Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to do the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. जो हमारी एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शनल आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस सीरीज चल रही है उसका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं. एंड टुडेस क्वेश्चन इज the rice wheat system has been dominating the national agriculture scenario for the last 4 decades. In spite of the fact that the water table has been going down year after year. Why? That is, the question is simply asking that the rice wheat system has been dominating our national's agriculture scenario. That is, most highest percentage of you see the production and land coverage in crops that you will see for rice and wheat. So they are dominating our national agriculture scenario for decades now, in spite of their environmental effects, such as one of the here is mentioned here, that is decrease in water table. Still we are giving preference to rice and wheat. Still they are been growing till now. So what are the regions? What are the regions that rice wheat are still dominating in spite of the environmental challenges they possess? क्या रीजन है कि राइस व्हीट अभी भी डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं हमारे सिस्टम. अभी भी आप देखो तो मैक्सिमम लैंड कवरेज और मैक्सिमम प्रोडक्टिविटी मैक्सिमम प्रोडक्शन राइस व्हीट का ही है, इन स्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट, ये जानते हुए कि वाटर टेबल उनसे गिर रहा है, उनसे इतना इन्वायरमेंटल problems है. So this is the question and I think you will be able to approach right this answer. आपको काफी एक आइडिया लग गया होगा क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है. हालांकि हम लोग समझेंगे पर आई थिंक यू कैन राइट दिस आंसर. आपको खुद से लिखना चाहिए ऐसे आंसर्स, बिकॉज द मोर यू राइट द मोर यू इम्प्रूव. जितना आप ऐसे आंसर्स खुद से लिखोगे उतना आपको इम्प्रूवमेंट देखने को मिलेगा अपने आंसर राइटिंग स्किल्स में. बात करें क्वेश्चन की, so this question was asked in 2023 एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शनल पेपर ऑफ इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विसेज. जो इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विसेज के एग्जाम होती है उसके एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शनल पेपर में आ चुका 2023. एंड व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट राइस व्हीट सिस्टम, इट हैज बीन आस्क्ड इन सीएसई सेवरल टाइम्स आल्सो, नॉट विद सेम क्रक्स, नॉट विद द सेम थिंग दैट व्हाई दे आर डोमिनेटिंग, बट देयर आर सेवरल टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू राइस व्हीट सिस्टम. सो यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर द राइस व्हीट सिस्टम वेल. ठीक है, why rice wheat system have been dominating, what are the areas, why do they require, what are their effects, how they affect the environment. So everything you need to know. So now let's see how we approach the answer. So first of all you can introduce about rice wheat system. When we come to rice wheat system, you will see the growth of this system after green revolution. Green revolution was mainly focused on these two crops, that is rice and wheat in India, with the production of their high yielding varieties, HYV seeds. The high yielding variety seed of rice and wheat led to the green revolution of India, and the areas of green revolution such as Punjab, Haryana, UP, and some southern states such as Tamil Nadu, etc., where the rice wheat system has generally grown. Not exactly in Tamil Nadu with wheat, but rice is grown here. So generally these three regions, Punjab, Haryana, UP, are very much known for the rice wheat system. The highest percentage of rice wheat systems you will see in these areas, and these are the only areas which are also suffering with the problem of water table going down. Recently this has been news in Punjab that the water table has been decreasing so rapidly. So in Punjab, in Haryana, in UP, these are the regions, especially Punjab, Haryana, you will see that the water table is significantly going down. So this is how you can start your answer, and I hope you understand these things, that due to green revolution the rice wheat system started dominating the scene, and especially in the regions of Punjab, Haryana, UP, where the rice wheat system is the most predominant. There we can see the water table going the most down due to agriculture practices of rice wheat system. So I hope you are able to understand this. Now let's move to what are the regions why instead of these types of effect, instead of water table going down, the farmers are practicing rice wheat system. So you will see the regions. What are the regions? The first one is the MSP support, that is minimum selling price. The government has been supporting MSP, and in the MSP I think rice and wheat are the most supported crops. So what happens? This encourages the farmers to grow rice and wheat. Encourages farmers because they know that they will get certain amount of MSP through rice and wheat, and which is a very good amount in number. If you see the MSP of rice and wheat as compared to other crops, you will find that the MSP of rice and wheat are on a good scale as compared to other crops. So MSP support is the one reason that is that the farmers are getting from the government. So they are not looking to change the rice and wheat systems because they will lose the MSP, they will lose the benefits that they get from MSP support through rice and wheat growing. So one एक रीजन ये है कि MSP support आपको मिल रहा है. Secondly, subsidies on various input such as fertilizers, such as pumps, agricultural pumps, tulu pumps, etc. Seeds. So when you see government also provides subsidies to fertilizers, to seeds of rice and wheat, the high yielding variety seeds, to pumps through which they get the water from they pump the water from the groundwater. So due to subsidies, the farmers are not able to understand the real effects. They are seeing that government is providing them these subsidies, and this through using these subsidies, through using the inputs gained from these subsidies, they are growing rice wheat system which production is very high and producing very high. So high production due to these subsidies. So when you are producing high, let be you are a farmer, you are producing high growing rice and wheat, you are gaining good amount of income, you have got MSP support, then why would you change, why would you diversify your cropping system, why would you shift to other crops and take risks if the government and if the policy support is with you growing rice and rice and wheat. So this is one of the major problems that the farmers are not able to change because the government support, that is MSP support and subsidies. So these two are the major reasons. Moving on, lack of awareness. Many farmers who are small, who are marginal farmers, who are not that educated, so they are not aware of the real facts. They are not aware of what is going to happen after some decades, after some years, when the water table will go beyond sustainable limits. So lack of awareness is another problem. Most of them are not aware of the effects that rice and wheat are giving on environment. So lack of awareness is another major problem. Next one is lack of extension and training. Let it be some farmers are aware, कुछ फार्मर्स जो है अवेयर हैं, ठीक है, बट स्टिल हाउ कैन दे शिफ्ट टू अदर क्रॉप्स बिकॉज दे डोंट हैव एक्सटेंशन, दे डोंट हैव ट्रेनिंग टू शिफ्ट टू, don't have extension and training to shift to other crops. How will they shift? And if they shift, there are a lot of risks which they have to tackle. So lack of extension, lack of training. So what happens when extension and training are properly in place? So when there are shift to other crops, when the farmers who are willing to shift to other crops will get a proper direction, will get a proper training, will get a proper solution through which they can shift to other crops. But in our country we are also lacking extension and training. So those who are aware of the demerits of rice and wheat system and they want to shift to other crops are also not able to shift because of lack of extension, because they don't know how to shift, they don't know what other crops they have since decades. Now they are practicing rice and wheat since decades, so I don't think they are able to understand other crops so well instead of rice and wheat. So lack of extension and training becomes another major problem. Lack of low productivity of other crops. Suppose it be some are aware, although there is no extension and training up to that mark, some get extension and they shift to other crops. Some get to shift other crops, such as some shift to millets. International Year of Millets has been in news 2023. So some farmers see that it has been news and they shift to millets. But still the productivity of millets is very low as compared to rice and wheat. Very low productivity of their crops. So when they shift to other crops, suppose there some are aware, some shift to other crops, still they face the problem of low productivity, and these causes a certain amount of high risk which the farmers are not willing to take, to shift to other crops and take some certain amount of risk which they do not have to take in rice and wheat systems. So this becomes a major problem. Customer preference, good income. Suppose we grow millets. Still, when you go to the customer, when you go to the market, the demand of rice and wheat is much higher than other coarse grains. Not everyone is willing to buy millets or other coarse grains or other crops. So demand of rice and wheat is very high. So this also fetches good income to farmers. Good income to farmers. So when the demand is of certain crops, they are getting good income from certain crops. Why they will shift to other crops? So this also becomes a problem. The problem of food security is also there. Suppose we shift to some other crops in huge amount. Suppose there are 100 hectares. For example, I'm just giving 100 hectares in a village, and that is for rice and wheat. And we suddenly shift to millet, and we all know there is huge population in the village, and the millet has low productivity as compared to rice and wheat. So will we able to feed the population with shifting to other crops? So food security is another major problem. When you suddenly shift to other crops, it will also lead to low productivity, low production. And when there will be low production, there could be the problems of food security. We will be again going to food secure to food insecure phase. So many problems are also rising through it, and we have not proper research and development through which we can shift to other crops with less risks. कि ऐसा भी रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट नहीं कि चलो भाई हम अदर क्रॉप्स में शिफ्ट कर जाते हैं रिस्क और वी प्रोड्यूस एंड वी कैन प्रोड्यूस हायर. So the food security problem is also one of the major problems. So these are the some of the major problems which are not letting the farmers to shift to other crops. So I hope you are able to understand this. Instead of the environmental concerns, instead of the water table going down, these are the reasons why we are not able to shift other crops, other cropping patterns, and we are still dependent on rice and wheat system. So that is all. These are the some common 7-8 points. I hope you are able to understand this. And if you want to add points, if you want to add some extra points on that, you can add and let us know by commenting which points you are adding, so that we can know that you are going in good direction or not, you are writing good points or not. So I hope you are able to understand this. This is all for today. Please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe. So this is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.